Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. I'm Kat and it feels like it's been forever ago since I made a video. That's because I was up north and the internet was really slow. So I'm back and by popular demand, I'm making another poop story video. So I got an overwhelming response from my first poop video where I shared a really personal story about a time I pooped myself in my boyfriend's car, and it just seemed like so many people had poop stories that I could not believe. So I'm gonna share another poop story with you, and I know we shouldn't really have more than one poop story, but I think I have a problem. So I'm really sensitive to dairy. So that was the first poop story. I drank chocolate milk. I ended up having the runs. I'm also really sensitive to temperature. Now, I don't know if this is a thing for anybody else. If it is, comment down below. I would love to know. But if it's a little bit colder than what my body is used to, I start getting a really bad stomach ache. So that brings me to today's story. I was going on a date with this really cute guy from school. I thought he was the cutest guy in school. And he asked me to go with him to this park. And I was super excited. I was like, oh my God, the hot guy from school asked me on a date. So I was all for it. He gave me the day, he gave me the time. I got all ready, I was feeling myself. I was like, yeah, going on a date with the hot guy from school. I met up with him. Everything was wonderful. I had drank no chocolate milk. I was feeling good. The birds were chirping. Sun was shining. The scene was perfect for perfect date. So we start walking through the park. Now, this was a transition from winter to spring, or spring to summer, probably spring to summer. So it was still a little chilly out. I had on a light sweater, probably dressed not as warm as I should have, because I was trying to show off my assets. But it started getting really cold. And he had a big sweater on and a t-shirt underneath, and I didn't want to ask him for his sweater because then he would be cold and I should have dressed appropriately, but I didn't. So we're starting to walk through the park, we're talking, my stomach starts hurting, the temperature is changing, and I'm like, I'll be fine, we're just gonna go for a walk through the park, we're gonna leave soon, probably go grab a bite, I'll be fine. Keep walking through the park, my stomach starts hurting even more, and I'm trying to, keep my cool. I don't want to ruin the date. He seems like he's really into me. It's going really well. And then, again, as we know how it happens, the waves come and then they go and then they come. And it started just really hurting. And I think I even heard my stomach do the gurgles, started making some weird noises. He looks at me, he's like, are you all right? I'm like, yeah, I'm cool. Having a great time, kind of hungry, like trying to get out of the park because I didn't see a single washroom. I wanted to say like, I have to go pee, but there were no washrooms, so I'm like, all right, whatever. We keep walking, and then it just hit me like a ton of bricks. And I was like, oh my God, I am not feeling well. I'm probably gonna have to poop, but I didn't tell him this. I'm just thinking about this in my mind. I'm like, crap, where am I gonna go? I'm looking around and he's just still talking to me, and I think at this point I wasn't even responding. He was talking to me and probably asking me questions, and I was just out of it because I'm thinking about how I'm gonna bail on this date and go to the washroom. So as we keep walking, I'm just like, okay, it's happening. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to tell him. So I'm like, I'm really having a great time on this date in this park. It's all really cool, but I gotta go to the bathroom. So we either gotta find a bathroom here or we gotta go somewhere else. Now at this point, we've walked pretty far into the park. This park was huge. And I think walking back was gonna just be as long because there wasn't really a shortcut to get out of this park, and neither of us knew where the washroom was. So he's like, I'm gonna get you to a bathroom really soon. He doesn't really know anything about me, so he doesn't understand that my body doesn't really have a pause button where I can just hold it in until we do get to a bathroom. So I was kind of just like, all right, let's do it, let's go. We're walking, and I'm like speed walking, like, all right, let's go, keep up. I couldn't hold it anymore. So I said, okay, I'm gonna go, I have to go. And he looked at me with horror and he's like, what do you mean? You're gonna go in the park? And I said, yeah, I have to go right now. It's either in my pants or in the bush over there. So he was just waiting. I ran into the bush like an animal, squatted, and it was just an eruption all over the grass. And as I'm going, I'm like, oh, this is so great, such a relief. I realized I had no toilet paper. So even though I'm feeling really good that I'm taking a dump and not having this horrible stomach pain anymore, I don't have toilet paper. And if you've been there, which I'm sure you have, when you go and it's an explosion, you gotta wipe yourself because it's disgusting. It gets everywhere. I mean, I didn't have it on me, but my butt was not clean. So I go, I finish, and then, so I'm just thinking, oh my goodness, how am I gonna clean myself? I start looking through my purse. I had nothing in there. Should by now keep paper in my bag, but I didn't. So I look over, I find this huge leaf. It was like this big. And I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna use this leaf. I was hoping it wasn't poison ivy because that would have been a whole other terrible story. So I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, I hope this isn't poison ivy. I wiped my butt with it. It was still pretty disgusting because I don't even think it was totally clean. And my butt probably smelled like a leaf and poop, which is so disgusting. Sorry guys, TMI. I had at least found a way to clean myself. So I used the leaf. And like, I didn't even see him because I was kind of hiding in the bush so he wouldn't see me. I come out and he's just like looking at me like I am the weirdest person he's ever been on a date with. And I was kind of just like, I think it's better that we leave now and we continue this date another time because I had to go home. I had to clean myself off. We actually ended up going to a restaurant that was close by the park, and I went to the washroom, did my thing, and we ended up dating after the fact. So he was pretty cool. He didn't judge me for it, or he may have judged me for it briefly and then he got over it. But it was bad, and I'm so happy that I was able to find a more or less private spot where I could go and have a leaf big enough to clean myself. But if you're ever on a date and you gotta go, I hope you find a good spot because it is not fun when you get caught in a situation like that. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed another story, another poop story. Comment below like you guys have been. I love hearing your stories. They're so funny and I can totally relate to what you guys are feeling and saying. So get in touch. Follow me on Instagram to connect with me on a day-to-day. Bye guys.